As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Short throw caught by Bowers. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Results.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Will Riker
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Allen. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they're able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Now Allen. That's complete to the portal. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Counterplay, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the start? What was return on?
It was a backhand,
and
a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. A dangerous return man showing it here. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Jackson setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
A give to Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Short throw caught by Bowers. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Left side to Lamb. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 6.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
Allen going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Now Allen again. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Over the middle, held in by Lamb. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
8 yards.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the Vikings' 15-yard line.
Second and a couple. Allen to throw once more. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jameson Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and put it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To the air, Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Able to shake it off. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. You call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Addison. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Vikings.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. at the 43-yard line.
Jackson now. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's now third down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
Puts it on the carpet attack. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Allen.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Allen.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Baker with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Vikings take over.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Again, it's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Allen.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Allen. That's complete to Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here.
And a short gain here down to the 22. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Gibbs straight ahead.
Well, he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody. We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Their own 37-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now Allen. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. 11 more on that one and another first down.
11 more yards. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Now Allen again. Allen going to run with it. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Niners 7, Lions nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Looking to put a drive together. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Detroit.
They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Jackson. Left side to Lamb.
Jackson's pass complete to C.D. Lamb. 5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Jackson will try and do this himself. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Niners head out, and they are in their NFL rivalries-inspired uniforms for the faithful. That's what they're called, a term for 49ers supporters through the years. If you look close, you can see faithful above the numbers on the front, and those numbers really stand out. They are a nod to the font used during the golden era of 49er football.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions will take over. They go play action now. Jackson.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Jackson.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The give, right side for Gibbs.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and goal, Detroit.
Throwing is Jackson.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Jackson now. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
From 3 yards out.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Allen. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Allen now looks to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down.
It's a gain of 3. And this is third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Out of the gun, he'll give to Gibbs.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. It could be
touchdown. Brock Wright from 3 yards out. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7.
49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Allen going to run with it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 9.
Now Allen.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 1st and goal. Throwing, Allen. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Allen.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him.
To throw is Allen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And San Francisco will call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A gain of a yard. First down, Lions.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
Waste of time.
That was the worst call ever. Are you kidding me?